Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to welcome you to episode number 11 of our MotoGP career mode walkthrough. Now today, technically, we're still at the end of season 1 on the Moto3 bikes, but we're at a test in Valencia. That however is not going to be the main thing that happens in today's episode. We are starting our Moto2 campaign, so we're moving up into the middle class of Moto Grand Prix today. Last time out we signed a contract with SpeedUp Racing, and in fact our test is actually with them. So we've got the opportunity here to get 3 data packs for our new team. Now at the end, I'll show you the data packs that I've got, and all will be fine and dandy. We'll go to the track in a second, but yeah, we're moving up from Moto3 now into Moto2 to be teammates actually with Sam Lowes, interestingly enough. So you'll see the first round of the season, which is at Qatar, and then you'll see the second round of the season, which is at Austin in today's episode. But for now, we're going to get into this test. Job is done. 3 data packs in the bag. Despite that 400th of a second penalty, we got it there with 8/10 of a second to spare. So we'll go into the first round of the season in our new Moto2 bike with 3 data packs to put straight on the speed-up machine. Right then, new season. Season number 2 is a go-go. I think we have a different caravan. But anyway, as you can see, our teammate then is the other Brit, Sam Lowes. So it's an all-British team, ourselves and Sam Lowes. We're going to get into this one. Our race objective is 15th, and our team leader is Sam Lowes, so he's technically our rival, but I doubt we'll be beating him in the first race, certainly. We're going to Losail, going to Qatar, and oh man, this is going to be challenging. This is going to be flipping challenging. Jesus. Now, we're not actually allowed to do bike development on the engine because all the engines are the same. I do believe in Moto2, it's only the chassis that are different. Whereas in Moto3, you've got KTMs, Hondas, Mahindras, and Husqvarnas. So in Moto2, it's only the chassis, suspension, and brakes that we're going to be allowed to change. So I might as well go put 2 on the chassis. No, not 3. There we go. And then we'll just put like 1 on, I don't know, we'll put 1 on the suspension or something, and then when we'll level that up at the next race. Anyway, then it is time for our Moto2 debut. This is a big one. Jesus, Zarco, Lowes, and Rabat is your front row. Well, we're 31st on the grid. We are number 74 still, and we have got a lot of work to do in our debut here in Moto2. Yamboy is underway. We've got a better start than... I'm going to have to learn this grid as well. We've gone past Mulhauser, Warracorn, Zaidi, Shah. I don't know any of these riders. I know some of them. I knew Florian Alt. I know Randy Krummenacker that we've just gone up the inside of. So that's 24th place. Why in the heavens is Alex Marquez all the way down here for Mark VDS? That's a shocking showing from him. He's Tito Rabat's teammate, the guy who I was talking about, who is number 1. I've just realised I'm going to have to introduce the whole grid once again. We're up into 22nd. Our teammate, basically, is one of the guys who's going to be fighting for the title. So if we can beat him, we've probably got a decent chance of actually winning the championship. But I don't see that happening, personally. He'll probably be fighting for the championship along with Tito Rabat and Johan Zarco. Maybe Jonas Folger, we'll have to see. We've just got the inside there of Ricky Carduce and Louis Rossi, who are sort of mid-table runners, really. Nothing more major than that. Now, Alex Marquez is actually the 2014 Moto3 champion. So the championship we were just in, he won it 2 seasons ago now in real life. 1 season ago on this game. And he fought in that championship along with the man we've just bumped out the way, which is Louis Salom, which is why I'm quite flabbergasted that they're actually so far down the order, both of them. We're doing a decent job though of throttle management. I said that in testing, that might be our Achilles heel, but so far it's going alright. We're up into 18th already. This is where we finished in Doha on our Moto3 bike in Season 1. So we're doing alright so far. We've got Siren in front of us, who's a Malaysian rider. You might recognise that turquoise. If you're a Mercedes F1 fan, he's sponsored by Petronas, which is the company I think that runs Mercedes. On my word. Oh, we're down. We're down. Lapse of concentration there. Just try and get up the inside of people here. We'll go past Siren. We bump Simone Corsi out of the way. There we go. It's a lot cleaner than last time. Anyway, Marcel Schrotter on the Tectoire machine. Going up the inside of him. And Axel Pons. Almost outbreaking ourselves and running into the back of the man in 13th. Which is another ex-Moto3 champion, if I'm not wrong. That is Sandro Cortese. Cortese, who's a Moto3 champion of the past. Nakagami, who's just a good rider. Nothing really more to say than that. We're going around the outside, though, of both of them. That's a good showing so far. Oh, flipping heck, almost got sat up, though, by Cortese. Next up, I don't know who that is, actually. Is that Julien Simon? Why is Julien Simon good on this game? He's rubbish in real life. He won a championship of some kind, like, 7 years ago, but he's rubbish now. And he's fighting with Dominique Agata. This is going well, though. I'm not going to lie to you. We're in 12th place after 2 laps. That's not bad at all. There's some gaps starting to develop throughout the field, but if we can get past Agata here fairly quickly, and Julien Simon in front of him, you never know. Well, we're up into the top 10 if we pass them, and we have done. Lunge up the inside. Through we go, past Agata and Julien Simon. Jesus. Getting very out of shape out of the corner there. That was almost a... Well, it was. Let's not beat around the bush. That was a massive moment. Next up, I think... Yeah, it's Tom Luthi, who's a Swiss rider who's been in Moto Grand Prix since... I don't know, since the dinosaur era. I've not got a clue. He's been around for flipping ages. He's a very good rider, actually, in real life. Tom Luthi, Mika Kallio, who's another one. Basically, he's basically Tom Luthi. They're basically the same person in terms of achievements in the sport. Stick a leg out. I like that. Love that technique. That's lovely. Got a fastest lap of the race to boot as well. We're going to go round Tom Luthi here. We've got 2 teammates fighting. That's Mika Kallio and Frankie Morbidelli. And Xavier Simeon is on that white bike there as well. He's battling. He's a Belgian... I don't know, is he still a youngster? Don't know. If you follow World Superbikes, I think he used to race in that and then he crossed over to Moto Grand Prix. We've been sat up an absolute treat. Is he going to allow Tom Luthi back through? No, it is not. Just going to sit here with Simeon and Kallio for now. Oh, big bump actually there on Simeon. I didn't realise we were quite that close. Can we get around the outside? No. Can we get a switch back? Yes, we can. That's one position gained there. Onto the curb a little bit. Mika Bloody Kallio has been around for absolutely ages. I had MotoGP 2004. He was on that game. That was 12 years ago. In fact, actually, for that matter, so was Tom Luthi, actually. Coincidentally. Back in... They were both in the lowest class, the equivalent of Moto3, but still, they were... I mean, that is a ridiculously long amount of time. We've gone, well, let's just ignore that line completely. We've got a penalty there for the... Surely we lost time from that. Surely to God we lost time from that. If we can slipstream Rins and Folger down to turn 1, if we can be in a position where we can actually overtake them down into turn 1, which we may be. We're not going to pass them by the line, but Folger and Rins, we're slowly closing in on them. Break around about the same time. Got the inside. Job done-ish. Folger will fight back, but I think we'll have the job done. Yes, we do. Boom. Right, so... Next up, then, is the 3 at the front. I tell you what, if we could get on the podium on our Moto2 debut, that would be impressive. We've only got about 3 corners actually left on this last lap, and as you can see, Zarco and Rabat are literally right here. We're going to go up the inside of them. We've broken very late, though. Don't know if we'll hold on exit. I think Sam Lowe's has got this one in the bag as we go wide. We've held up Rabat and Zarco a little bit as well. Down into the final corner. We brake pretty late, get off the brakes a little bit. We get a good exit out of the corner. It's not too bad. We'll be in the slipstream of Lowe's, but surely not close enough to actually make a move on him. It looks as if it's certainly going to be a speed up 1-2, and it's in the order of Lowe's, then ourselves. We take second place. I will happily take that on our debut. A speed up 1-2. Sam Lowe's wins. Ourselves in second. We had a comfortable lead in the end over Zarco and Rabat. Folger is 5th from Rins in 6th. And it's Kallio, Luthi, Morbidelli in 9th. Simeon in 10th. So he dropped quite a long way down, actually. Then Cortese, Simon, Agata, Siren, and Louis Salom actually took 15th in the end. So, interesting scenes here. Very interesting scenes. And Alex Marquez actually retired from the race, so we don't really know what his race pace is like then. And there you can see the standings, obviously exactly the same as the race result, because, well, we've only had one race. You can see the amount of points that are given for each rider, and then there you can see the rest, who obviously didn't score points. So a podium in our first race. Madness, absolutely mad scenes in this first episode. On our debut, we have not done a bad job whatsoever. The first round of the season in MotoGP was won by Marc Marquez. Obviously, Sam Lowe's won in Moto2 from ourselves. And in Moto3, Fabio Quartararo actually won from Efren Vazquez. So I don't know if Vazquez is looking for a title bid this time, but Kent was only third. Can we keep that momentum going? Can we get another podium? I don't know how many podiums we've actually got in our Moto Grand Prix career so far. I know we have 2 wins. I think we've got about 7 podiums, maybe 6, something along the lines of that. Can we keep that momentum going into Austin, which is a Grand Prix that we like quite a lot because there's usually quite a lot of carnage. There was, if you remember back to the Moto3 race at Austin, it was absolute pandemonium on lap 1. So let's see if we get the same in Moto2. Oh, Jesus, mother of God, no, it's raining. Oh, just when you thought it was gonna be carnage anyway, it's absolutely belting it down at the Circuit of the Americas for our second Grand Prix of our Moto2 career. Oh Jesus, we're gonna put a data pack on the suspension because we have one from Qatar, but that literally is the least of our issues currently. Zarco's on pole from Lowe's and Rabat in third. There you can see the rest of the order. Alex Marquez a lot better on the grid. He'll be hoping to actually finish this Grand Prix. Louis Salom, who finished 15th at Qatar, is only 27th on the grid. We are 31st, staring at the back end of Louis Rossi, the Frenchman, who starts 28th. Nevertheless, we are about to get underway here at COTA, and we are underway in the absolutely just hurricane conditions down towards turn 1. Already up into 28th, a good launch off the grid, down into turn 1. Zaidi, oh, this frame rate has gone to pieces. The spray has caused a frame rate of tragedy, but we're 24th after turn 1. Mulhauser and Raffine are in front of us. I don't know how to pronounce Raffine, I'm not going to lie to you. But anyway, we've gone past both of those. And next up is Randy Krummenacher. We've gone past Louis Salom, 27th on the grid, for the man who came close to winning the 2014 Moto3 Championship. It's a shocking qualifying for himself. Alex Marquez, who won the 2014 Championship, he's not doing much better. He's 19th at the moment, with Anthony West, another veteran of the sport, right behind him. Obviously, there's no age limit in Moto2, whereas there is in Moto3. That's why you tend to get a lot of riders sticking around. We've gone around the outside there of Anthony West. Can we make a move perhaps on Alex Marquez up the inside down into here? Looks as if we can, as Agata and Schrotter get a little bit too close for comfort. And out of the hairpin and onto the back straight. No casualties down there. Get on the brakes immediately. On the brakes immediately. Down into the hairpin. Someone's down and we've hit their bike, which has not helped us at all. It was Taka Nakagami who went down. So Super Takanaka unfortunately fell off, which is not ideal for him. And it wasn't ideal for us, as it turned out, because we lost out to Marquez and to West again. Anyway, if we can survive the fact this frame rate is horrendous, we're going around the outside making some moves here. We've gone past Schrotter there, gone past Agata. Going to try and get the inside of Siren and potentially Pons as well there. And we do through the penultimate corner. These conditions are horrendous. It actually reminds me of the 2015 Austin Grand Prix in F1. I mean, these are the conditions we were really dealing with then as well. Sandro Cortese is in front of us. Rabat is leading a soaked COTA at the moment with Zarco second, Lowe's third, and Frankie Morbidelli fourth. It's Lorenzo Baldassari and Cortese though in front of us. Looks as if there's a little bit more scope for different riders scoring points in Moto2 in comparison to Moto3, because Baldassari didn't score points in Qatar, and Louis Salom did, and Louis Salom starting 27th, so I would be extremely surprised if he did score points. I probably tempted fate there, but hopefully, well, I want to say hopefully he doesn't, because then at least that's a mix-up slightly, but there's some sort of change there. But anyway, we're going around the outside here. Sandro Cortese on his bike. Lovely livery, actually, that Sandro Cortese has. He sounds Italian or Spanish or something, but he's actually German for some reason. Anyway, we've gone past Simone Corsi. Next up is Julien Simon. We passed his teammate earlier. That was Anthony West. At a similar point in the track, actually, last lap. We're going to try and go up the inside of West's teammate down into this left-hander. Go a little bit deep, though. That might give the Spaniard a chance, but no, we hold on. Bit loose on exit, but we do hold on to the position in the end, though I think he may get a slipstream on us. Large amount of speed being carried down into here. A bit of contact there with Xavier Simeon. I think Simeon's perhaps a little bit lucky we didn't actually take him out. For some reason, we braked at the point where the racing line actually suggested us to, but for some reason we didn't quite get it slowed down in time. Seems like the top 8 is all very close, actually. There's not much in terms of gaps here from 8th up to 1st, really. And the first man, actually, is the guy who came 5th and was 4th in last year's Moto2 Championship, and that is Jonas Folger. So he's not having the greatest of rides at the moment. He sat just behind Tom Luthi. I tell you what, we could have a chance of winning this race as well. I know we didn't win in Qatar, but we had a chance to win in Qatar. We've got a chance to win here as well. I think we're genuinely the Rainmaster, because we won at Silverstone in the rain, our home Grand Prix in Moto3 in Season 1. And now we could win here in the rain in Season 2 on the Moto2 bikes here at the Circuit of the Americas. We're in the slipstream of Tom Luthi, and we can brake at the same time. We should be able to still get up the inside as Alex Rins is looking at Frankie Morbidelli, unable to make the move stick, but we get fastest lap of the race. And our next target is the Finnish maestro, that is Mika Kallio, the rider from Finland on the Italtrans bike, and we're going around the outside of him through this twisty section. A little bit of a corner cut. I'd be tempted to give the position back, but I know we take it back. Like literally a corner later, there's absolutely no point at all. But anyway, 6th position on lap 3. I tell you what, this is not looking bad at all in the slightest at the moment. The Pons bike is next. This is Axel Rins. What? I had Axel Pons in my head. This is Alex Rins. Well, Alex. Wait, hang on. Is his name Alex? Is his first name Alex? Am I being among here? Anyway. We've gone a little bit deep. Oh, we've gone very deep. We've gone very, very deep. We had to stick a leg out, but I think we'll survive. No positions lost. That's all good. It is Alex Rins. Yeah, it's Alex Rins, because he's got... Yeah, Alex Rins. That's fine. And we're getting the slipstream of him. He's going past Frankie Morbidelli at the moment. And looking over his shoulder, perhaps signalling to the Italian that he wants to work together to try and catch the top 3. Doesn't look as if Morbidelli is listening, though, because he's trying to go around the outside. We're very close to both of them. And Morbidelli's shoved out wide by Rins, and it allows us through as well. So we're up into 5th place now. Rins is next, and after that is our teammate Sam Lowes. He's being detached, though, slightly from Zarco and Rabat. So potentially we're not going to see another Sam Lowes win, but hopefully we can still do it for the Brits and do it for the SpeedUp Racing team. Trying to get up the inside here of Alex Rins. No easy feat, but we've managed it. Anyway, we're challenging for 3rd place here. Don't want to make contact with our teammate, though. That would be disastrous. If anyone watched MotoGP at Argentina, they'll know all about teammates taking each other out, and I don't want a piece of that action. Anyway, we are then going past Sam Lowes. I was about to call him Alex, I'm not going to lie to you. Going past Sam Lowes, and yeah, in front of him, though, Zarco, who won the championship in real life in 2015, but we'll be hoping to try and change the course of history on this game, because we could, you never know, we could potentially challenge for this title if flipping Sam Lowes didn't just bash us out of the way. What in the world? How he stayed on that bike, how we stayed on the bike, is beyond me. I was only talking about teammates taking each other out earlier. Sam Lowes, what in the... Jesus, we're going to have a falling out, pal, if you keep doing that. That was a massive... He came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that at all. Anyway, we're going to try and take Tito Rabat by surprise now. Left leg comes out and through we go past the Spaniard. And up into 2nd place. Only man left to pass is now Johan Zarco. A decent exit out of there, but very, very, very squirrely in the end. Zarco goes a little bit wide. Can we try and get up the inside? Down into the hairpin that is the entrance to the back straight. We're looking at the inside. Of course, any battling here, and Tito Rabat might fancy his chances. We lift Zarco up slightly. And we look behind. That animation never used to happen in Moto3, I swear. Whenever we used to look behind, I swear it never used to do that. Anyway, whatever the circumstance, Johan Zarco's trying to slipstream us and go to the outside. He is going to the inside. We brake later by some distance. Are we going to get that stopped? Just about, though we do go wide. Zarco only just got it stopped as well, and has now got Rabat all over the back of him. We went wide, but we've managed to hold on to the position. And now we've just got to try and hold on to the back end of this bike because it's stepping out left, right and centre at the moment. Down into this tricky left-hander. Lovely square exit. Zarco still in front of Tito Rabat in terms of 2nd and 3rd. And this is going to blow the championship wide open, actually, because Sam Lowes, who won in Qatar, is only 4th at the moment. In fact, I think Will be leading the championship. In fact, yeah, we will. We'll be leading the championship here as long as we can negotiate. We've negotiated the penultimate corner. As long as we can negotiate this final corner in the rain here at Austin. Around the final corner we come. And towards the line, in only our second Grand Prix in Moto2, we're going to come across the line and we're going to win. In the Circuit of the Americas, it is job done. A second place in Qatar, we go one step further in America and we take the win at COTA from Johan Zarco, Tito Rabat and our teammate Sam Lowes. It is a great start to the season for the SpeedUp Racing squad, taking both wins that are available in the first 2 rounds, and of course that 1-2 in round number 1. Alex Rins takes 5th from Frankie Morbidelli in 6th, then it's Luti, Folger and Mika Kallio in 9th. And Simeon in 10th, lovely scrap developing from 5th down to 10th basically in the championship. Cortese was 11th from Simon, Baldassari was 13th, and it was Simone Corsi and Hafiz Sayarin in 15th. Alex Marquez was 1 place away from the points. He was in front of Anthony West, Dominique Agata, Axel Pons and Marcel Schrotter. Louis Salom only 21st. Nakagami only 22nd. Of course, he crashed on lap 1 and never recovered. In terms of the championship then, we are in fact 7 points clear at the top of the standings from our fellow Brit Sam Lowes. It's a British 1-2. Tito Rabat is, Johan Zarco is 2 points back of Lowes. Then it's Rabat 16 points off ourselves. Rins is up into 5th place, but only 2 points out of Folger. Then it's another 2 points back to Morbidelli and Luti, who are joint 7th, and only 1 point back to Kallio. So it's looking really, really close from like 5th downwards. Simeon 10th, then Cortese, Simon, Agata. Baldassari's up to 14th after his point scoring finish. Siren 15th, then Corsi 16th, and Salom 17th. I didn't actually realise, but Nakagami didn't score in Qatar either. I thought he had, but his crash here today meant that he didn't score, and already we've had the same amount of point scorers as we did in the whole of the Moto3 campaign. So then, it is our first win in Moto2, our 3rd win in Moto Grand Prix overall, or is it? Actually, no, it's our 4th, isn't it? Because we won in Valencia at the end of the season as well, I think. Yeah, so I think that's our 4th win in Moto Grand Prix, either that or 3rd. And it is a 2nd win for SpeedUp, a 100% record, beating the Estrella Galicia Mark VDS bike of Tito Rabat and also the Frenchman Johan Zarco. Nevertheless, if you have enjoyed today's episode of MotoGP Career Mode Walkthrough, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new around here as well, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. I hope you guys are hyped for the rest of the Moto2 season. Don't forget to tell me in the comment section if you are, but nevertheless, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.